Good morning, everybody. Welcome live here to Georgetown High School. It's an early one, but if you're with us, stick with us. It's Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball live here on the SHN Sports Network, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting. And it's all made possible. You see it on the screen. It's our sponsors, City View Bible Church, CSCT, the construction specialist of Central Texas, Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, and, of course, my favorite one to say because it is not that good, Piedreros, the Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive. Step it up, title sponsor of volleyball, bringing it to you free of charge here on the SHN Sports Network, and that's what we love to do here at Georgetown. Everything brought to you free of charge, and it's because we have the best sponsors. But you talk about Piedreros, Western Wear, the nicest boots, work boots, hats, women, men, it does not matter. Go visit them Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m., 6 p.m. They are open, and go visit them. Thanks to Lorena and Fabian for jumping on, sponsoring, bringing you Georgetown Eagle Volleyball. We're live here at Georgetown High School. It's in the gold bracket day. The pool play days are behind us. Georgetown went 5-1. Who do they play today? The Weatherford Lady Roos. They come in 5-1 in the tournament. Their only loss in pool play to Salado, one of the top 4A teams in the state. That's also here in the gold bracket. And it'll be a face-off, a battle of like teams, teams that like to swing it. But we know the Lady Roos has that one banger on the outside that'll go up and hit it. And how does Georgetown respond to that? Georgetown's only loss came at the hands of St. Michael's, who is also in the gold bracket yesterday morning. But other than that, ran through the 2 days of pool play, just like the Weatherford Lady Roos. They are on a run as well. So it should be a good first match here at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, live from Georgetown High School Gymnasium. We are up in the main gym, the gold bracket, running two courts at the same time. Here in the upper gym, down in the lower gym, they have the 8 a.m. game. We'll have the 9 a.m. game. Georgetown will play at 10 a.m. no matter what, win or lose, either in the winner's bracket here or down in the lower gym or in the loser's bracket up here in the upper gym. But they will be at 10 a.m., and so we will bring you that match as well. Weatherford Lady Roos Volleyball brought to you. I got a chance to visit with Coach Courtney Hammond, and on a run. She said we've seen some great things out of it, excited about where this team is, and they are playing well. Their head coach, Courtney Hammond, varsity assistant is Kayla Brannon, assistant coaches Shelly Keller and Nikki Ing. And so Weatherford Lady Roos coming to take on your Georgetown Lady Eagles that sit at 5-2 on the season, and they are 5-1 in this tournament here at Georgetown. Next week, what does the schedule look like? It's an open slate. No broadcast going on all week long. We get a 1 week break because there is no Tuesday game on the 19th, and then they will be at the Fraulein Fest in New Braunfels on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then we'll be back live with you on the 26th over at Vista Ridge at 6:30 p.m., and then we'll be back next weekend here for the Volleypalooza, Georgetown being a host site for the LISD, Leander ISD Volleypalooza. Georgetown head coach Jenny Richardson now at 560 career wins, ended last season at 555, 5-2 on the season, sitting at 560 in her career. Assistant coaches Victoria Ratcliffe, Ashlyn LeCann-Cook, and Jason Allgood. The managers for Georgetown, Addison Prees, Colby Hansen, and Kelsey Herron. And this team, a young one, and they are starting to gel, but you're trying to figure out who, what, when, and where on this team. You have only two returning lettermen with varsity experience. They are two juniors. You'll hear their names a lot, Amelia Albright and Miller time, Mallory Miller. Then they are comprised of 5 other seniors, 6 other juniors, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman. And so fun to watch this Lady Eagle team. A rough start on Tuesday night at Leander. They've responded with a 5-1 run here, and it's sit in the gold bracket, ready to play the Weatherford Lady Roos. But we will take a quick break. When we come back, they're going to get ready to shake hands at the net, and we'll get under action. You're joining us live here at Georgetown High School, Saturday morning volleyball. Welcome in. We'll be right back here on the SHN Sports Network. live here at Georgetown High School. The Lady Roos from Weatherford will be in the royal blue spandex, black sleeveless jerseys, white numerals, blue lettering with white outline for the Lady Roos. The libero, I believe, is going to be in the white jersey on the left side for the Lady Roos. Your Georgetown Lady Eagles in the black spandex this morning with the blue, Georgetown blue sleeveless jerseys and the black arm sleeves for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. The libero, Jordan Pitt-Ketley in number 10 will be in a pink libero jersey with different colored accents on her sleeves with the black spandex. On the court for Georgetown, Scout Robinson, Amory Anderson, and here comes Mallory Miller. She needed her arm sleeves. Joined on the back row with Amelia Albright, Macy Gates, and Madeline Bradley. Libero, Jordan Pitt-Ketley will come in for Macy Gates on the back row. For the Weatherford Lady Roos on the front row, you have number 2, Emma Thornton, number 13, Allie Lane, joined by number 10 on the front row, Kennedy Robert. On the back row, her hair covers it well. On the far side coming out is number 4, Chloe Keeler. Also on the back row, number 9, Carly Senega. And the libero that comes in is number 3, Kyler Kemp. And then on the back row, far corner, there she is, number 11, Claire Connor. And so the Lady Roos will open up the scoring here in set number 1. And it will be Chloe Keeler to open up the serving for the Roos. Dig by Bradley, set near side. Mallory Miller rolls it over, and here come the Lady Roos, far side. A roll shot, Miller with the dig. Albright gets the second ball up, back row attack for Bradley, but a hitting error there for Madeline Bradley into the net. Point to the Lady Roos, and they'll open up the scoring here in set 1. All matches in this tournament are the best of 3, so first team to win 2 sets. We'll take the match. And the serve was not from number 4. It's from number 9. Yeah, Carly Senega. And a scramble there and a side out for Georgetown. He evens it up at 1 apiece. And now we got the scoreboard going. If we didn't have some kind of problems on a Saturday morning this early, I would be surprised. So we're back in it. We're working it. Mallory Miller serves first for Georgetown. Sends it deep middle. Ball played up. The Roos tip over. The punch over blocked at the net. The Lady Roos will start again. Played over near his side. The roll shot tipped deep. Mallory Miller has it up top. Albright back set. Scout Robinson's attack. Dug there by Senega. Kemp will send it far side. The swing. Dug by Pitt-Ketley, but it's played over. And dunked down by number 2, Emma Thornton, the outside hitter. For the side out. Back to Weatherford. 2-1. They lead it here early. Thornton will rotate out and on to the court. Comes number 8. Samantha McCall for the Lady Roos. She'll move near side on the back row to serve for the Lady Roos. Jump serve, sent deep corner. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Set near side. Madeline Bradley with the kill into the block of the Lady Roos. Side out back to Georgetown. 2-2 your score. Libero rotation here will send the libero. Number 10, Jordan Pitt-Ketley back to serve. Macy Gates back on the front row. And Amory Anderson will rotate off for the Lady Eagles. Pitt-Ketley from the left side sends it across on a line drive shot. Set at the net. The attack tipped over there by number 11, Claire Connor, for the kill. Read the block there on the far side and drops it about the 10-foot line. And that'll send it back over to the Lady Roos. 3-2, they lead it by 1. As number 10, Kennedy Robert. I'll get it right. Coach even warned me. Kennedy Robert sends it, and it'll be a deep serve and an out. So that'll be the first service error of the match for the Lady Roos, and that'll even it up at 3 apiece. Riley Holland will substitute in for Scout Robinson and drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. All tied here at set number 1. Serve by Holland in. Lady Roos far side. And the swing there by Claire Connor into the net. Point to Georgetown. 4-3. Lady Eagles lead it here early. And from the far side, Riley Holland set to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Sends it near side. Set to the near side. The attack is deep. Miller got a hand on it, but unable to get the ball up in the air. Side out back to the Lady Roos. 4-4 the score. Substitutions in. Number 14, Keegan Hull, comes in for Allie Lane. And then also on the front row is number 20, Lane Tomlinson, the freshman, subbing in for the Lady Roos. Back to serve. Keegan Hull sends it deep, and it is just out. Another service error back-to-back for the Lady Roos. 2 in the set now. Point to Georgetown. Substitution here. Madeline Bradley will sub out. And the junior, number 12, Kendall McDougal, will sub in for the Lady Eagles. Back to serve for Georgetown. Kendall McDougal sends it far corner. Scramble here, far side. Free ball sent over by Tomlinson. Holland up to Albright. Quick set, the tip over by Miller. Played up by the Lady Roos. Set to the far side. The attack by Connor. Dug by Holland. Albright will set it near side. Mallory Miller cross court and a kill. Miller knocks it down off the arms of Samantha McCall. Point to Georgetown. They take the 2-point lead, 6-4. Kendall McDougal, 5'8" junior, number 12. Serves again for the Lady Eagles right down the middle of the back row. Tight set, one-handed. A free ball sent over by the Lady Roos. Passed up, Albright near side. Mallory Miller swings into the block. It goes and down. Nice block there by the freshman Tomlinson. And that'll give a side out back over to Weatherford. 5-6, they trail by 1. Samantha McCall rotates out on a substitution with Emma Thornton onto the front row. And back to serve. Go the Lady Roos, trailing 1. Kennedy Robert. Tip at the net, played off. Albright will send it over. Now the Lady Roos have it set up. The attack by Tomlinson. McDougal with the dig, but off of her to the back. And a point to the Lady Roos. 6-6. And I know it's early on Saturday. I thought Robert served in the last rotation and now serving again. I remember calling that name. So interesting to watch if that rotation got off for Weatherford. Robert moves to the far side. Toss up there. And the jump serve across. McDougal up to Albright. Dump it down right past the libero Kemp. And the kill for Amelia Albright. 7-6. Georgetown gets the point. Weatherford arguing that Albright threw it. You didn't see many games up here yesterday. They got away with a lot of throws. All the teams not getting called. Set to the right side. Tomlinson blocked at the net. The Roos will keep it alive. Set to the far side. Thornton, their attack blocked at the net. Amelia Albright. Big block on the far side for Amelia Albright. And Georgetown back in front by 2, 8-6. A big swing there by Thornton, but a big block by Amelia Albright. 5'10" junior. Serve across by Macy Gates. Thornton. It'll be a back row attack here for Robert. Played off of McDougal. Macy Gates has a second touch. Free ball sent over by Miller. Roos reset. Set to the far side, Thornton. Her tip over, blocked at the net. Amelia Albright. Patrol the net, big girl. There we go. Another big block, and that draws a timeout from Coach Courtney Hammond. 9-6, Georgetown leads it by 3. Quick timeout here in set number 1. Lady Eagle Volleyball returns in a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. Out of the timeout. First one called by the Lady Roos. And Macy Gates will continue her serve for Georgetown. They have their largest lead of the set, 3 points now. 9-6. Macy Gates, flat-footed serve, middle back row. Near side, Tomlinson. And off the block and down for the kill. Big swing by the freshman, Lane Tomlinson. Number 10, Kennedy Robert. That's why. These numbers look different. I apologize. That was Claire Connor serving, not Robert. Robert is number 10, not 11. Back to serve goes to libero Kemp. From the far side, flat-footed serve, and it is out. Third service error of the set. Gives the point back to Georgetown. Matches their largest lead, 3. 10-7. Scout Robinson subs in for Riley Holland on the front row. And back to serve goes Amelia Albright. Albright's jump serve across. Lady Roos will set it. The swing by Robert. Off the hands of Big Ketley, out of play. Give the kill to Kennedy Robert. And the point to the Lady Roos. Side out, 8-10. They trail by 2. Back to serve goes number 9, Carly Seneca. She'll be on the near side of the back row, ready to go for the Lady Roos service. McDougal, Pick Ketley, near side. Mallory Miller's swing, block. McDougal with the dig. Albright back to Miller. She'll toss it over. Seneca with the dig. Kemp has the second touch. The attack dug there by Albright. Kept alive by Pick Ketley. Miller will send the free ball over. Scramble for the Lady Roos. The attack by number 2, Thornton. Sends it deep and out for the hitting error. Point to Georgetown. Back to a 3-point lead, 11-8. Substitution here as Kendall McDougal will come out. Madeline Bradley back in on the front row for Georgetown. Mallory Miller back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Toss it up far down the sideline on the far side. Back row attack here for Connor. She'll get it off the block and down for the kill. Side out back to Weatherford. 9-11, they trail by 2. Into serve comes Samantha McCall, the sophomore DS for the Lady Roos. From the near side, serves it across. Miller up to Albright. Back set, Scout Robinson's attack, but into the net it goes. 10-11, the Lady Roos trail by 1. Talked to Scout yesterday, told her when she's mad, she swings better. Said you need to stay mad. She plays so much more free. It's fun to watch. She'll get her going. That'll be fun with Miller. Serve receive, high ball, near side. Bradley, cross court, dug by Kemp. Set to the near side, the swing, cross court. And a diving attempt there by Albright, but off her hand, and we're tied up, 11 apiece here in set number 1. McCall to continue her serve here for the Lady Roos, all tied at 11 in set number 1 here of the gold bracket, game 1. Cross court, Miller up tight, overpass, dunked back down by Claire Connor, and a point to the Roos. They take the lead back, 12-11. Georgetown went on a run there for a little bit. Now the Lady Roos on a run of their own. McCall from the near side, jump serve, Pitt Ketley. Miller will have to chase down the second ball. Free ball sent over by Albright. Lady Roos will have a shot here. Set to the middle. The attack by Connor. A tip. Pitt Ketley gets a hand. Albright. Miller will send a free ball. Nice effort there to keep it alive. Tight pass kept alive. The attack off the block. Finds the ground. The swing there by Kennedy Robert and the kill. And the Lady Roos up by 2 now. And there's going to be a point switch over here. The down ref explains it to Coach Hammett, but that'll make it 12-12 instead of 13-11, I believe. We'll see what they do on the scoreboard. 12-12. Big Ketley serve, a line drive just over the net. Sent to the far side. The swing by Connor, dug by Albright. Bradley keeps it alive. Mallory Miller will send the free ball into the net. Not enough on it there. And back over to LaRuse it goes. 13-12. They lead by 1. Back to serve. Goes Kennedy Robert. As the libero. Kemp steps off in this rotation. Robert serve. High deep floater. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Set near side. Bradley the swing. Dug by Robert. Pass to the far side. A scramble and a tip over. Albright read it. Pick Ketley sets it up. Back row Miller. Her attack. Nice dig by the Lady Roos. Pass to the far side. Connor. Her shot. Dug by Pitt Ketley. Second touch for Albright. Bradley with the attack. Off the block. Played up by the Lady Roos. Tied at the net. And point to Georgetown. 13-13. Good battle. Back and forth that went with some great digs on both sides of the net. Riley Holland subs in for Scout Robinson. And goes to the back row to serve for the Lady Eagles. Kemp back on for Robert on the back row for the Lady Roos. Holland from the far side, the jump serve, sends it across down to the middle of the back row. Set near side, the swing, and it is a hitting error there by number 13, Allie Lane. She hit it wide here on the near side, and Georgetown back in the lead, 14-13. Back evenly matched teams, back and forth they go. Georgetown now responds being down 2, back to up 1. Riley Holland serves it. Lady Roos, far side pass, an overpass, and Amelia Albright makes them pay. Hammers it back down to the near side corner for the kill. 15-13, Georgetown back up by 2. Set number 1 of this gold bracket of the Leander Georgetown Eastview Tournament. Been here the last 3 days, all things volleyball here on the SHN Sports Network. Riley Holland sends it. Attack at the net, blocked there. Macy Gates scramble and a free ball sent over. Pick Ketley up to Albright. Quick set. Macy Gates on a slide attack and a tip there. Nice play by Macy Gates. The 5'10 junior middle blocker, instead of going for the big swing, saw the gap at the 10-foot line and dropped it. Georgetown matches their largest lead of set 1. Now 3 again, 16-13, and Riley Holland continues her serve. Lady Roos will play it up. Second ball over. And a good read there by the setter, number 9, Claire Senega. Gets the momentum cut back to the Lady Roos. 14-16 on the side out. And back to serve goes number 14, Keegan Hull, the senior setter. She'll move to the far side for the Lady Roos to put this one into play. Float serve, Mallory Miller. Up to Albright, near side, Bradley. The attack and the kill! Freshman Madeline Bradley. Swinging the hammer there. Nice kill. Side out back to Georgetown, 17-14. McDougal will sub back in for Bradley, and Kendall McDougal back to serve for the Lady Eagles. (17-14), Georgetown by 3. McDougal middle of the back row to serve again. Drops it over the net. Lady Roos will set far side. The swing by Tomlinson into the block and down. Kill for the Lady Roos. Tomlinson side out back to Weatherford. 15-17. Thornton subs back in on the front row for Samantha McCall. And back to serve goes number 11, Claire Connor, the senior outside hitter for the Lady Roos. Pick Ketley has serve receive. Riley Holland will send the second touch forward. Mallory Miller sends the free ball. Deep middle row. Set to the near side. The swing by Tomlinson blocked at the net. Scramble here for the Lady Roos. Thornton with the attack. Off the block. Kept alive. McDougal's second touch and a free ball sent over by Mallory Miller. Deep corner. And the Roos will set it forward. Thornton, the attack, the error. Point to Georgetown. Side out. 18-15. Matches the largest lead. 3 again. And here comes the libero rotation for Georgetown. Pick Ketley off. Amory Anderson back on, and Macy Gates back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Flat-footed serve from the middle of the back row for Gates. Played up, quick set in the middle, the tip over. Miller there to read it. Albright, she'll take it! Oh, baby! Mallory Miller put a good one up. Second touch for Amelia Albright, hammered down, and Georgetown extends their lead to 4, 19-15, and timeout number 2 from head coach Courtney Hammett of Weatherford. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball returns here in a moment. Back out of timeout number 2 for the Weatherford Lady Roos. We're in set number 1, and Georgetown has worked their lead up to 4 now, the largest of set number 1, 19-15. But Georgetown Eagle Volleyball early here on the SHN Sports Network, presented by First Responder Broadcasting. And Macy Gates to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Floats it far side. Lady Roos will set it up for Thornton. The attack cross court into the net. A hitting error there. Trying to make that angle cut, keep it inside the 10-foot line, and had an open spot. But into the net it goes, 20-15. Georgetown by 5. Largest lead of set number 1. Gates, flat-footed serve, cross side to Thornton. Set it up near side. Tomlinson, cross court, dug by Holland. Albright will set near side to Mallory Miller. The left-handed tip over. And the Lady Roos will set it up. Tomlinson, cross court, off of Riley Holland. Great effort by Gates. Kendall McDougal, what a tough play, just unable to get enough on it. She was about, it seemed like 100 feet away from the net by the time she got back to the end line of the basketball court and unable to get it across, side out back to Weatherford. But a great effort by the Lady Eagles. That's the movement we did not see yesterday morning we're seeing this morning. McDougal passes it up to Albright. Set near side, Mallory Miller. There it is, Miller time. She sends it down off the block of Tomlinson for the kill. 21-16, Georgetown by 5. Substitution. The Scout Robinson will come back on for Riley Holland on the front row for the Lady Eagles. And Amelia Albright will rotate back for the service. Up by 5, largest lead of the first set. Albright serve, a rocket over. Thornton sends it near side, and it's an ace for the Lady Eagles. And extends their lead up to 6, 22-16. Amelia Albright, courts, and we haven't talked about it a whole lot. We'll get to interview once we get back into regular season. We'll talk to Amelia, the commit to the University of Florida. This knuckleball sails long and out. Georgetown's first service error of the set. And that'll give a side out back to the Lady Roos. 17-22, they trail by 5. And on to serve comes number 9, Carly Seneca. For Weatherford, she'll move near side and set up the serve here for the Lady Roos. Seneca cross court, Mallory Miller up to Albright, back set, Mallory Miller off the block, dug by Seneca. Kemp will have the second touch for the back row attack by Connor, and a hitting error there by Connor, floats it long. And Georgetown leads 23-17, 6-point lead. Kendall McDougal will rotate off. Madeline Bradley on the front row for the Lady Eagles, and back to serve goes Mallory Miller. Georgetown 2 points shy of a first set win. Miller's jump serve drops it near side. Seneca sets far side. The attack into the block, kept alive. The ball sent deep. Nice play there by Amory Anderson, but read by the Roos, and they battled back. Albright, back row attack for Miller. The tip over, read by the Lady Roos. Set it up. Thornton's attack. Blocked at the net. What a block. Amory Anderson patrolling the net, gets the big block on Thornton, and it's set point for the Lady Eagles. 24-17, Mallory Miller will serve for set 1 for Georgetown. Largest lead, 7 of this set right here for Georgetown, a chance to win it all. Played forward by the Roos. Seneca dumps the second ball over. Albright, Miller set it up. Bradley, cross-court shot, dug by Kemp. Tied at the net, dumped over. And there's a double violation whistled for set 1. 25-17, Georgetown wins it by 8. Oh, the Weatherford Lady Roos. We'll take a timeout, reset. We'll come back at set 2. Lady Eagle Volleyball live here on the SHN Sports Network, presented by First Responder Broadcasting. Looking for a church where real life meets real hope? City View Bible Church, all about helping you grow, whether it's in your faith, your marriage, or your healing journey. We have ministry for every stage, recovery groups, marriage support, kids, students, solid Bible teaching. for everyone. Join us this Sunday in Round Rock. See what it's all about. 8 o'clock, 9:45, and 10:30. You can get up early or you can sleep in. Come join us. Check it out. cityviewbible.org. cityviewbible.org. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. Georgetown Volleyball here on the SHN Network wouldn't be made possible if it weren't for our great sponsors, the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, making it happen and calling the shots to bring us back for another great season of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. But we kept looking, how do we get it going? How do we get this taken care of? How do we support these student athletes? And Piedreros Western Wear stepped up, no questions asked. Lorena Rowland stepped in. How can we help? What do you need? Let's do it. 4809 Williams Drive, Georgetown, Texas, 78633. Store hours Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go see them. I tell you what, they have it all. Men's, women's, hats, accessories, belts, buckles. It is awesome. And they just continue to grow there at their store on Williams Drive. And then we'd be remiss if we don't talk about them. The set sponsor, it's CSCT, Construction Specialist Central Texas. They make every set possible for Georgetown Volleyball here on SHN Sports. John and Lynn Krogh, Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud owners and proud sponsors of Georgetown Athletics and the Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball team. Thanks for joining us. We got the quick break, a quick timeout, but Lady Volleyball continues. We go to set 2 of this gold bracket matchup. We'll be right back. Get set for set number 2. Got to put my glasses back on so I can see who's on the court. Amelia Albright, Madeline Bradley, Big Ketley Libero on for Macy Gates on the front row. Scout Robinson, Mallory Miller, and Emery Anderson for Georgetown. Opening up to serve will be Amelia Albright. First serve across the way, a beauty and an ace for Georgetown to start out set number 2. 25-17, they won set 1. A chance to take a 2-set win here in advance in the gold bracket to the winter bracket game at 10 o'clock down to the lower gym. So a big set here for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve by Albright. Cross corner Tomlinson. Seneca near side. Cross court hit. Ketley gets a touch on it, but Madeline Bradley unable to get that second touch as it went backwards away from the net. And it's a side out back to Weatherford. 1-1 to score here in set number 2. On to serve comes number 8, Samantha McCall, for the Lady Roos. From the far side, jump serve for McCall. Bradley. Set for Amory Anderson. Cross-court attack. Dug there. Seneca. Kemp hits it. And now a free ball sent over by Claire Connor. Mallory Miller will toss it far side. A dig up there. Attack for the Roos. Off the block. And Ketley unable to get a good first touch on it. And give the kill to the Lady Roos. 2-1, they lead it. On the floor currently for the Lady Roos, Seneca, Kemp, and McCall in the back row. On the front row, looks like number 13, Allie Lane, along with number 11, Claire Connor. And I believe number 10 is in there, Robert. Ball punched over. Roos set it up near side. Claire Connor blocked at the net, but it goes wide. Amory Anderson was there and got a good block on it, but it cut across court. Landed out of bounds. 3-1. Lady Roos lead it by 2. Serve across. Madeline Bradley. Albright gets a second touch on it. But whistled on the floor. 4-1. Lady Roos lead it by 3. McCall continues her serve. Jump serve, sends it. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Set it to Miller. The attack and a kill for Mallory Miller. Off the hands of the libero Kemp. It came off odd off the block at the net. But a side out to Georgetown. 2-4. They trail by 2. Served by Miller. The Roos will set it up. Sent over by Robert. Miller up top. Albright. Amory Anderson will tip it over. Dug there by Seneca, but a net violation whistled on number 10 of the Lady Roos. Kennedy Robert. So a point to Georgetown. 3-4. Georgetown trails by 1 here in set number 2. And a service error for Mallory Miller. Into the net it goes. First of the set, second of the match for the Lady Eagles. One of the Weatherford fans found Round Rock Donuts. They're piling in here. Weatherford with a good crowd. Georgetown, a great crowd across the way. Here on an early Saturday morning. The serve, Pitt Kefley up to Albright. Quick set. Amory Anderson will tip it over. Played up by the Roos, near side. Connor tries to send a free ball over, but into the net it goes. And 4 touches there. Side out back to Georgetown. 4-5. Georgetown trails by 1. Libero rotation here as Amory Anderson will come out. Macy Gates back to the front row. And Jordan Pitt-Catley, the libero, back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Toss it up, serve down the far side, and an ace on the sideline. What a shot there by Jordan Pitt-Catley. The libero, Kyler Kemp, thought it was going to be out, let it go. And the result, not what she wanted, but what the Lady Eagles needed. They tie it up 5-5 here in set number 2. Pitt-Catley serve, back to the corner again. Kemp, Seneca will send it near side. Connor with the attack, blocked at the net. Scramble, keep it alive. Connor again sends it deeper. Miller has it. Albright saves it. Macy Gates will punch it over. Kemp with the dig. Seneca, far side, the swing by Lane. Off a dig, what a one-handed dig. Miller overpass, but here come the Roos. Connor off the block. Pitt-Catley will track it down. Albright will set it up. Madeline Bradley, the swing. The dig by Kemp, an overpass. Pitt-Catley has it. Albright sets it. Back row attack. Miller. Oh, just wide on the far side. What a battle back and forth it goes. So not sure what the call was, but they override it, blew a dead whistle. So point to Georgetown. 7-5. Georgetown by 2. Pitt-Catley deep on the back row. Tip over, played. Albright had it. Pitt-Catley far side to Madeline Bradley. Her swing. Dug up by Seneca. Kemp on the second touch, near side to Connor. She'll tip it over. Albright with a play, but has to throw a hand at it and went far side. Out of bounds. Side out back to the Lady Roos. 6-7. Weatherford trails by 1. Serve for the Lady Roos. Miller up to Albright. Quick set. Macy Gates into the block and down. Nice block there. Claire Connor and Chloe Keeler both at the net. Get the block, and we're tied up. 7-7 here in set number 2. Serve from the near side. Pitt-Catley up to Albright. Far side. Madeline Bradley, the kill. Off the block of Thornton. And down for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 8-7. Georgetown by 1. Substitution here is Riley Holland on to the back row to serve for the Lady Eagles. Scout Robinson comes out. Georgetown by 1 here in the second set. Is Riley Holland, the junior, here from the near side, ready to serve for the Lady Eagles. Serves it across. Set to the near side. Thornton, little roll shot, and drops it at the 10-foot line. Found a hole in the defense. Puts it down for the kill. 8-8, side out, back to the Lady Roos. Tomlinson comes back on as McCall substitutes out. And back to serve. Blows Claire Connor for the Roos. Near side, sends it cross court. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Quick set. Macy Gates into the block. Kept alive here, but can't get it back over. Nice block at the net right there. Again, Chloe Keeler with a big block. And the Lady Roos lead it by 1. 9-8 here in set number 2. Claire Connor to serve again for the Lady Roos. Jump serve across, cross court. Bradley. Albright will send the second one down. A kill for Amelia Albright. Off the fold of the tape of the net, but it's 9-9 now. Even score. Side out back to Georgetown. Madeline Bradley will sub out. Kendall McDougall, the junior, number 12, back on to serve for the Lady Eagles. She'll move to the middle of the back row. Get the sign from Coach Jenny Richardson. near side. Set to the far side. Thornton swing and a kill. There's a big swing for Emma Thornton, the outside hitter. 10-9 on the side out. Lady Roos lead it by 1. Libero rotation. Sends Keeler to the bench. Back to serve goes Kyler Kemp, the libero for the Lady Roos. Flat-footed serve just over the net. Pickethley up to Albright. Set far side. Mallory Miller and a miss hit there. Sends it long and out. Point to the Lady Roos. 11-9. Weatherford by 2. Flat-footed serve. McDougal up to Albright. Back set. Macy Gates. And a beautiful hit. Macy Gates on the slide attack to the near side antenna. Sends it cross court to the far corner. Off of Lady Roo for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 11-10. Georgetown trails by 1. Libero rotation here. Pickethley comes out. Amory Anderson back to the front row. Macy Gates drops back to serve for Georgetown. Gates, middle of the back row, flat-footed serve, near side. Tomlinson misplays that one, an ace for Macy Gates, and we tie it back up at 11 apiece. Gates ready to serve again, the flat-footed serve. Deep middle, Connor plays it up. Second ball sent near side, Tomlinson swing off the net and on the far sideline for the kill. Side out back to the Lady Roos. Pickethley comes back on for Macy Gates in the libero position. And back to serve goes Carly Senega for the Lady Roos, leading it 12-11. McDougal up to Albright, set it up. Mallory Miller tips it left-handed near side, right down the net. A scramble here. The Lady Roos. Lane tips it over, but into the block. Roos will set it back up. Back row attack for Connor, and a kill. Nice set, nice kill for Claire Connor. And a 2-point lead here for the Lady Roos, 13-11. Senega to serve again for the Lady Roos. Just drops it over the net and an ace for Senega. Beautiful serve. That'll match the largest lead of the set for the Lady Roos, 14-11. And a quick timeout by head coach Jenny Richardson. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment.
Yeah. I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking Bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready, and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hate will always elevate me, I'ma keep showing.
Back out of the timeout, first of the set for Coach Richardson and Georgetown. Lady Roos from Weatherford lead at 14-11 here in set number 2. Georgetown has the 1-set lead, winning set 1, 25-17. Holland to Albright to Miller, cross court, and a net violation whistled on the Roos. So a side out back to Georgetown on a net violation. Whistled against the Roos. 12-14, Georgetown trails by 2. Amelia Albright back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve, cross court, Tomlinson, and an ace for the Lady Eagles. Well, the Lady Eagles going after the freshman, Lane Tomlinson, a couple of times here in the last few points. They've served right to her and drawn an ace off of a touch. And now trail 1, 13-14. Albright. Kemp has it up to Senega. Set it up to Tomlinson. Cross court. Albright has the dig. Pickethley, left side. Mallory Miller off the block. Dug by Senega. Kemp will send it far side. Lane's attack. And it finds the floor. The kill there for number 13, Allie Lane. Side out back to Weatherford. 15-13. Georgetown trails by 2. Back to serve goes McCall for the Lady Roos. McCall tosses it up far side. A service error into the net for McCall. First of the set, fourth of the match for the Lady Roos. 15-14. Lady Roos lead it by 1. Back to serve goes Mallory Miller. Substitution in. Madeline Bradley back on the front row. Subs in for Kendall McDougal. And Mallory Miller to serve. Jump serve deep. Kemp up to Seneca. She'll set it near side, but it's off. And a good job there to read that by Scout Robinson. As it was really tight at the net, Claire Connor had to try to respond. And the Eagles tap it back down and even it up 15-15. Miller to serve again. Miller will float it deep. Kemp. Second ball here by McCall. Sends it near side. Connor will cross court hit it. Dug by Pitt-Kethley. Albright will set it up. Back row by Miller. Dug up by the Roos. Seneca. Free ball sent over by Connor. And the Eagles have a chance here to set it up. Attack. Amory Anderson. The kill off the block of Lane and Keeler. Good swing there by Amory Anderson at Georgetown. Battles back and gets the lead, 16-15. Subbing in for the Lady Roos comes number 12, Hayden Fott, for her first action of the match. As that Mallory Miller to serve again, goes right at Fott. To the far side, Seneca, quick set, Connor. Blocked at the net! Scout Robinson. Amory Anderson right there patrolling the net and getting the big block on Claire Connor. Point to Georgetown, 17-15. Not sure. There was a delay by the officials. So Georgetown leads by 2, 17-15. Miller to serve again, deep to Fott. Tight at the net, one-handed tip. Pitt-Kethley there to read it. Albright, back set, Scout Robinson. Big kill! Scout hammers it down here on the near side, and Georgetown, their largest lead of the set is 3. 18-15. Timeout from Coach Hammond and Weatherford. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Out of the timeout. Georgetown has their largest lead of set number 2. It's 3 here at 18-15 on a run after being down to Weatherford earlier in this set. Serve for Miller. Seneca will set it up. Lane the attack off the block. Dug by Miller. Into the net it goes. Kept alive by Albright. And there's the late whistle. It was a delayed. It was a good call. But it caught Amelia Albright. Net violation there. She had full momentum coming to try to save that out of the net. But the correct call, net violation. And a side out over to the Lady Roos. 16-18. Back to serve goes the libero Kemp for the Lady Roos. Flat-footed serve from the far side, just over the net. Pitt-Kethley with the serve receive. Far side, Madeline Bradley will send it over. Kemp has the dig. Seneca will set it far side lane. Cross court, dug by Albright. Pitt-Kethley sets it up. Mallory Miller will come in. Send it to the corner. Seneca with the dig. Kemp near side. Connor swing. Dug by Pitt-Kethley. Overpass. Played back down. Nice read by Claire Connor. Knocks it down for the kill in Georgetown. Our point to the Lady Roos. 17-18. Weatherford trails by 1. A back and forth battle here again. Set number 2. Georgetown pulled away to win set 1. 25-17. Kim's flat-footed serve, Pitt-Kethley. Albright, set far side. Madeline Bradley off the block, dug up by Connor. Seneca will set it, back row attack by the Roos, dug by Miller. Albright, far side. Madeline Bradley into the net for the hitting error. And we're tied up, 18-18. here in set number 2. Kyler Kemp, the libero for the Lady Roos, to serve again. Far side, flat-footed serve into the net. Second service error of the set, 5th of the match for the Lady Roos. 19-18, Georgetown by 1. Libero rotation here. Macy Gates back on the front. Amory Anderson off. Pick Kethley back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Far side, jump serve deep. Kemp. Second ball sent near side. The attack by Claire Connor off the block and out of play. Side out back to the Lady Roos. 19-19 your score. Allie Lane will come out. Substitution number 14. Keegan Hull back on. And then Thornton will rotate back on defensively. On the front row for the Lady Roos. Pick Kethley up to Albright. Near side to Scout Robinson. A dig, a save, and a free ball sent over by the Lady Roos. Miller up to Albright. Set it up, slide by Macy Gates. And a great read to tip it over, just over the double block. Thornton got a touch on it, but it sent it a ride to the back. Side out to the Lady Eagles. 2019, 20-19. 2019 was a good year before COVID, but 20-19, Georgetown leads it by 1. Scout Robinson subs out. Riley Holland on to serve for the Lady Eagles. From the near side, Holland's jump serve down the near line and wide for a service error number 2 of the set, 3rd of the match for the Lady Eagles. Side out back to Weatherford. 20-20 your score. Tomlinson back on. Samantha McCall subs out. Back to serve, Claire Connor for the Lady Roos. Tied up at 20 apiece. Cross court, Mallory Miller. Albright, set far side, Madeline Bradley. Wow! The freshman hammers it down for the kill. Nice shot just inside the back line. Side out back to Georgetown. 21-20, Georgetown by 1. Substitution here. Kendall McDougal will come in for Bradley. McDougal will drop back to serve on the back row for the Lady Eagles. 21-20, Georgetown leads it. McDougal serve deep. Kyler Kemp, ace from Kendall McDougal. Kemp unable to get that into a playable position as she was on the back pedal. 22-20, Georgetown by 2. Neither team is led by more than 3 points here in this set. McDougal serve just off the net, another ace, folds the tape. Kendall McDougal, and that makes it 23-20 and a timeout called by head coach Courtney Hammond. We'll take it with him. Lady Volleyball returns in just a moment. Out of the timeout, Georgetown 2 points away from a 2-set sweep to advance the winner's bracket of the gold bracket here today. Tomlinson tips it over, but right into a double block, and the Lady Roos will send a free ball over. Holland up to Albright, set up, Miller, dug by McCall. Ball sent over, Pick Kethley has it. Nice save by Kemp. Tomlinson swings and an unforced hitting error there, and it's set and match point. Back and forth, that one went. A lot of great dives and digs. And Georgetown, 24-20, set and match point. Kendall McDougal, the junior, will serve for the match. Georgetown's largest lead, now 4 here in this set right now. McDougal's flat-footed serve deep. Tomlinson has the touch. Scramble here as Hull gets it. Tomlinson swing, cross-court, dug by Pick Kethley. Albright, back set, Holland, cross court, and an unforced hitting error there. She immediately knew, looked at coach like, snap your wrist, I got it. Side out, 21-24. Substitution here for the Lady Roos. Number 12, Hayden Fott, will come in to serve. And the Lady Roos have to go on a run here. They trail 21-24. But Coach Jenny Richardson wants to talk about it. She'll take her time out. We'll be right back. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues on the SHN Sports Network in just a moment. Back out of the timeout by head coach Jenny Richardson. And we go back to action. It'll be Hayden Fott to serve for the Lady Roos. They trail 21-24. Got to go on a run here. Next point for Georgetown ends the match. Big Kethley up to Albright. Set far side. Mallory Miller. Kill! Miller time. Ball game. Georgetown wins it 25-21 to take it 2-0. Georgetown advances in the winner's side of the gold bracket. They'll play at 10 o'clock. We'll be live back here on the SHN Sports Network with the call by First Responder Broadcasting. Thanks for listening in to our sponsors, Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, CSCT, the construction specialists of Central Texas, City View Bible Church, and Piedreros Western Wear on Williams Drive. Thanks for bringing Georgetown Volleyball free to the listeners live here on the SHN Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in about an hour. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. See you later.